Imagine you're strolling home after school, your backpack bouncing lightly behind you, the breeze brushing your cheeks, and your mind drifting somewhere between snacks and homework. Everything feels peacefully ordinary until a sharp, desperate meow cuts through the air like someone plucking a violin string to hard. You look up, and there it is, a cat perched high in a tree, its fur standing on end, its claws dug into the bark, and its eyes wide in that very specific way animals get when they suddenly realize they may have made a terrible decision. In that moment, the world tilts, your heart squeezes. A question rises inside you with the seriousness of a drumbeat. Should I climb up there and rescue it? And suddenly this ordinary day becomes something much bigger, a crossroads where kindness, courage, and wisdom swirl together like a mini storm. Helping someone nurse something struggling feels like a natural instinct. There's a heroic spark in almost every kid, a little voice that whispers, "You can save the day." Maybe you imagine yourself scaling the tree like an action hero, scooping the trembling cat into your arms and descending gracefully while onlookers gasp in admiration. But just beneath that heroic fantasy sits another voice, quieter but wiser. Wanting to help is wonderful, but actually helping is more complicated. Let's begin with something important. Caring matters. That soft, warm impulse to help is one of the best parts of being human. But caring doesn't mean leaping into danger without thinking. Real bravery isn't just acting, it's understanding. It's choosing the path that truly helps, not the one that simply looks impressive. From far away, the problem seems obvious. Cat stuck. Human should help. But as you get closer, things become less clear. Cats are incredible climbers. Trees are their playgrounds. Sometimes they climb to hide and panic. Other times, they pretend they're stuck because they're dramatic little creatures who enjoy attention. And sometimes, they only look stranded but are actually waiting for the right moment to come down. So the first step is to pause, a moment, a breath. Let your thoughts catch up to your feelings. Ask yourself, is this safe? Are the branches strong? Do you even know how to climb? If a tiny doubt pops up, not a big one, just a tiny whisper, you should stop. Because climbing into danger doesn't help the cat, and it definitely doesn't help you. Being responsible doesn't cancel bravery, it sharpens it. Then comes the next layer of the dilemma. Who else can help? Maybe a parent who knows animals well, maybe a neighbor who's seen this cat around before. Maybe animal rescue services or firefighters. Asking for help isn't a sign of weakness. It's a sign that you understand the situation deserves careful attention. Some of the greatest heroes in real life are the ones who know when they need backup. And what about the cat itself? You might imagine it terrified beyond hope, begging with its eyes for someone to climb up. But animals don't think the way we do. A scared cat might climb higher if someone approaches. It might jump and get hurt. It might even scratch its rescuer in panic. Taking a moment to observe, not rushing, not shouting, just quietly watching can actually calm the situation. But what if the cat really is stuck? Maybe it's been up there for hours. Maybe it's injured, maybe it's shivering. That's when the right kind of help becomes important, not impulsive, not dangerous, but prepared, gentle, and thoughtful. Sometimes the best thing you can do is create a little team of helpers rather than climbing solo. Helping doesn't always involve the most dramatic action. Helping is sometimes quiet work, calling the right person, keeping calm, staying nearby so the cat doesn't feel alone, guiding grown-ups to the situation, or creating a safe landing spot below. The kind of help that doesn't make a spectacular story, but truly matters. Here's another truth. Choosing not to climb doesn't mean choosing not to care. You can care deeply and still decide, this situation needs someone with different skills. That decision isn't cowardly, it's wise. Real kindness includes protecting yourself from harm so you can continue to be kind tomorrow, and the next day, and the next. And then eventually, one of two things happens. Either the cat gathers enough courage and climbs down on its own tail twitching, pretending it was never scared in the first place, or the right kind of rescuer arrives and gently brings it to safety. The moment its paws touch the ground, it might sprint away without even a glance in your direction. Cats don't usually offer thank you speeches or heroic acknowledgments, but you'll know you cared. You'll know you thought things through. You'll know you helped in the way that truly mattered, not the way that merely looked bold. And that quiet, thoughtful bravery is a kind the world doesn't always notice, but it absolutely needs. So should you save the cat? The answer isn't a simple yes or no. It's a thoughtful, patient, careful maybe. Help in the way that keeps everyone safe. Help by thinking as much as feeling. Help by choosing good judgment over risky impulsiveness. Help in the way that's actually helpful. Because in the end, doing the right thing isn't about climbing the tree, it's about understanding the problem, respecting safety, and acting from wisdom instead of impulse. And that kind of mature kindness, steady and thoughtful, is what makes real heroes quiet heroes, everyday heroes, the kind who know that sometimes the best rescues begin with a single wise decision.